So do you have inner ear trouble? Do you have aches and pains in the inner ear area? Do you have vertigo? Do you feel like a dizziness when your head goes back? Or, is that going on for you? Do you feel like your sinuses need draining? Like they're just kind of clogged? Join me for this class. There's a few tips in there for you, and I hope that you love them. It's just things that I do to help me, and they really do help, so check it out. Help for the inner ear yoga. Hi everybody, so come to your feet. If you have inner ear issues, you'll know because sometimes you might get dizzy if you're putting your head back too far, or maybe you just have, maybe in the nighttime it wakes you up, you have some aches or pains in your inner ear area, almost as if there's a feeling of fluid in there. So these are some things that can help you out. So we're going to start with a triangle pose. We're going to take the right leg and step it away, point it away, and shift your left foot so that it's at an angle, or you can straighten it out so it lines up with the edge of your mat, the back edge of your mat. So triangle pose, we straighten this right leg and we bring the right arm, down inside this front leg, and we have the back of the hand pushing against the inside of the leg. You can also put a block underneath this hand. Your left hand, let's bring it to the top hip and just rotate the body open like this. Okay, so rotate it as much as you can. Breathe deeply. Beautiful. And then take your left arm up towards the sky. Good. Now this might be a nice thing, enough of a good thing for you. Or stay here, breathe in, tilt your head back just slightly, and then rotate your head so it looks up towards the sky. And any kind of fluid you have maybe sitting in your sinuses is going to help drain out in this way. Okay, so if we look up, it's going to really benefit any kind of sinus drainage that we have, and that's all connected to the inner ear, okay? So looking up and just giving yourself a moment here to breathe. Try to rotate more from the belly. Good, let's lift back up to center. Good, we're gonna do the opposite side. So pointing the feet in the opposite direction. The left foot points to the left. The right foot can straighten so it lines up with the end of your mat there, or you can angle that right foot a little bit so the toes point a little bit towards the left. Bring your left arm down inside this front leg and the right arm up towards the sky. Now to come into this safely, if it feels better for you, you can start with the arms out to a T and shift your body as far as you can to that left side, then lower the arm down. Palm faces out, right arm comes up towards the sky. We take a deep breath, push down into your feet really strong. And once you get that rotation of the body, rotate, 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 then turn your head up towards the sky. Especially if you practice with a neti pot, if anybody out there does that kind of work with the sinuses, this is such a great way to drain that fluid in the sinuses and help the inner ear as well. Good, take a deep breath in. Good, and slowly bend the front knee, the left knee, and lift back up to center. Good. Turn the feet so that they're pointed the same direction as each other. Heel toe your feet in, move your body slowly, and bring your hands to your hips. Just give a little bit of a wiggle. Good. So the next thing that we work on is more for the inner ear, even more for the inner ear. So you're gonna come down to your knees. Now, if you have vertigo, this is gonna help you, but please be aware that if you have that vertigo experience already going on and you have that dizziness, take this at your own pace and only do what feels good for you, okay? So a lot of people that have issues in the inner ear, vertigo, things like that, it's because we have particles in the inner ear that have crystals that have been kind of shaken up, okay, in a sense that makes us feel they're kind of out of place and they need to be maybe shooken up a little bit more or in a different way. So this is going to help us achieve that. But again, only do it at your own pace. Only do what feels good for you. We want to feel a little bit dizzy when we do this exercise, so just know that as well. And you might want to do this with somebody helping you out, just to be there as a support for you. Which side of your head feels like there's more of an issue? Which ear feels like there's more of an issue? That's the direction we want to focus on the most. But if you don't really know which side it is, we'll do both. And I'm going to show you how to do both. And again, you want it to feel a little bit of a dizziness when we start this. So that's going to be normal to feel that. Typically, if you have vertigo, you're going to feel dizzy when the head goes back, like I said a minute ago. So that is a part of this exercise. So just be aware. You might want to watch first. Even just watching might make you feel dizzy. So just please be aware and have somebody with you if you need, okay? So we sit with our feet, the tops of the feet down. And we tilt the head back because we want to achieve that sensation of dizziness. So the head tilts back. And then we tilt the head forward, bow the body forward, and bring the hands to the floor to catch us. The hips lift. We bring the crown of the head to the floor. You're going to turn your head in the direction of the problem ear. So I'm going to start with my left. I'm turning my head to the left. And then I want to sit up fast with my head facing the left side. Okay? So we're going to do that again. So the head comes back to center. I want to tilt my head back so I feel that dizziness. We're going to do the left side again. And then come back to center with the hands catching us. Crown of head to the floor. Turn the head. You're pivoting the head on the crown of the head to the left. Stay in that direction, turning the head, and then sit up fast. Okay? We want to give the inner ear particles, the crystals that are in there, a little bit of a shake. All right? So if you know that your left side is your problem side, keep doing that. Keep doing the left side. If you're not sure, we're going to do the right side a couple of times here. Hands on the knees, tilt the head back. Perhaps you feel that dizziness. Rock the body forward, hands catch us. We bring the crown of the head down to the floor. We turn to the right. The whole head turns to the right. Keep it in that direction. Sit up fast, looking to the right. Let's do that one more time. The head turns to center. Very slowly, we tilt the head back. Breathing. Rock the body forward. Let the hands catch you. Bring your crown to the head floor. Crown of the head to the floor. Turn to your right. Sit up fast, looking to the right. Good. Turn your head back to center. And just take a moment, breathe, and notice how that feels. Good. So the last thing that we're going to work on, sometimes I wake up in the night, maybe you have this issue as well, where I feel a pain in my ear because there's fluid sitting in there. Okay, maybe it's from swimming, maybe it's from showering, right? The water gets into the canal in the inner ear area, and it just kind of sits in there, and in the nighttime it gives you a little pain. So this is one way that you can help yourself, okay? And it might be during the day too. Depends on what's happening in your body. So I'm gonna take my rolled up mat here, and if it's in the nighttime and you have a pillow, you're gonna stand the pillow up so that it's tall, so it's not flat. And you're gonna use the top edge of the pillow instead of a yoga mat. Now, if it's during the day and you have something like a yoga mat or a rolled up blanket, a nice thick rolled up blanket, that's an idea. You can use that as well. So I have one rolled up mat here. I'm going to take another one just to give myself a little height. And I'm going to bring that on top as well. What I'm trying to get to is underneath my ear here, all on the side of the neck. So if you feel underneath, behind the earlobe, there's a bone. Okay, so find that bone. And then just underneath that bone is where I want to put a little pressure. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to lay onto this, adding pressure to that little tender spot underneath the bone behind my earlobe. Okay, so I lay down. Here I have the pressure, very gentle pressure, massaging the side of my neck, underneath the bone, my skull bone, behind my earlobe. Now, if you can take a little bit more pressure, you can use something a little bit harder to put underneath there. Be very gentle, and just go at your own pace and do what feels good for you. You can also rock forward and back a little bit to add a little massage, but typically for me, I'll use the side of my pillow at night, and that's enough. And I just rest as much as I can. I add that little bit of pressure there. A bottle would work too, right? If you fill up a bottle with some warm water and just put it right underneath there, it's going to help massage that little area under there that helps to release any kind of pressure that's in the canal, the ear canal, and release fluid if there's fluid sitting in there. I hope I helped you a little bit. These are things that definitely help me with the sinuses and with the inner ear. The more that we practice yoga, the more that we move the body, the less that we're going to have these issues, because we're naturally, throughout our practice of yoga, opening up these body parts on a consistent basis. So hopefully you'll realize that, recognize that in your own practice the more that you do your yoga. Any questions, let me know, comments, etc., and join us for the next one. Namaste, be truly you, and thank you so much for being here. You're the best.